Ramadan, the mosque becomes a vibrant place for all people from all walks of life to conversion. You see the Jolas and the Fullers, they are so consistent in their prayers. But now that Ramadan is over, it's like some try to delay them or procrastinate them, or some may not even do them at all. And Allah says in Surah Al-Nisa, "Inna salata kanat alal mu'minina kitaban mawqutan." We have to perform the prayers on time. I mean, elaborate on this unconquered problem of either procrastinating them or not just doing them even just because Ramadan is over.
Prayer is another difficult area for us, for many of us Muslims.
Some really try during Ramadan.
And sadly, the prayers are mandatory. They are not only mandatory,
during Ramadan.
They occupy the position of foundation. There's this tradition of the Prophet of Sallallahu in the hereafter, when everybody's file is open, the first thing they will check is the prayers. There are so many things listed for you, number of prayers, number of fasting, all good deeds. But the first item on the agenda that they will check in is the prayer. If the prayers are okay, then you are okay. But if the prayers are found wanting, nothing else will save you. The foundation of Islam as a religion. So, and like rightly mentioned in that ayah, prayer is time-bound. They are time-bound, time-specific. The mandatory prayers, each of them has its own well-defined time. But Allah is so merciful and so easygoing with us that the timing there's a flexibility with the timing. Zuhr, for instance, which begins, let's say, around 1:30, up to 3 o'clock, 3:30.
Exactly.
So from 1:30 or even from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 3:30, anytime you pray Zuhr, you are within the how do you call it, the necessary time. That is the mandatory time. And this is the prescribed time. So any time after 3 to 4, maybe after let's say 4 down to 5, 6, if you pray Zuhr, you are still within the time, but it's not the preferred one. The preferred, The preferred one, let's say, it could be from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 3:30. So if you are working if you are in a work of village, maybe by 2:30, if you are unable to go and pray by 2 o'clock, maybe you are holding, like people working in the television, holding the camera for somebody recording. Like now we are doing recording. It might be around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. So it's after 2.
After 2. But this is another act of ibadah.
That's
From here, we are going straight to pray. We go and pray. You, the cameraman, put down your camera in business, and then go and pray and come back to your work. You understand? And this applies to many of us. Sometimes, if we have a masjid here, the moment we hear the azan, anybody who is able to go and attend the azan, you must go and attend the congregation prayer because you have had the azan. But like I'm saying, if you are in a position like holding a camera, or you are a security officer guarding in a position, that when the people were doing the congregation, you cannot leave your post, but the time is...
the technicians are also helping us.
You understand? The time is, there's flexibility within the time. So anytime you have you have a chance, go and pray. Make sure that the duty to pray even leaves your mind or your memory. Keep in mind always that it's mandatory. Keep in mind always that you must do it. Keep in mind always that you must do it on time. You understand? So then, and then when it is Ramadan, and this is another misunderstanding by many of us. Many of us will think that, some of the Muslim person should be a better Muslim only in the month of Ramadan.
Month of Ramadan, that's right.
Or somebody will say, I was doing this, but now Ramadan is coming, I'm going to stop it. Muslims must understand that whatever is labeled as haram in Islam is haram.
It's haram.
Whatever is labeled as prohibited in Islam is prohibited, whether it is before, during, and after Ramadan. A day, a month, 6 months before Ramadan is all the same. Whatever is labeled as haram is haram, unless otherwise changed by the law itself. Whatever is labeled as mandatory, prayers, like 5 daily prayers, they are mandatory. Whether they are the 5 daily prayers during Ramadan, before Ramadan, after Ramadan, they are all the same. Zuhr is mandatory, Subuh is mandatory, Isha is mandatory, Subuh is mandatory, Asr is mandatory. Whether we are in Ramadan or we are out of Ramadan, they are mandatory. And a mandatory act of ibadah in Islam is defined as an act of ibadah which that one must do. And if one fails to do, one could be severely penalized in the hereafter. That's the definition of mandatory. It's the opposite of haram. Haram is something that one must leave. You must stop doing. And if you continue doing, you'll be penalized in the hereafter. And that's the ulama of usul, ulama of the science of method. That's how they separate, they define each act of ibadah, or each, you have to call it, and the degree of and its degree of command. Whether the command is in the form of do, or the command is in the form of do. So, but that's how they have. So, if we say that these 5 daily prayers are mandatory, they are mandatory. When the time comes, wherever you are, you must go
it's a must.
Provided that you are in a position to do.
That's right.
You understand? If you are, let's say, driving, if you are a pilot, navigating, at a, let's say, 35,000 altitude, with 200 people behind you, and you are now in the seat driving. Nobody will tell you, stop piloting and go and pray.
No.
Although science has so developed and advanced that you can set everything and go, but if you are told by regulation to be there, you must be there. And there are people with you. So if you want to go, if your assistant or your co-pilot can go and pray, and after you come. Those of us, the sailors that navigate across the sea, you driving the ferry, you carrying so many people. Nobody will tell you, leave the ferry, go and pray because it's Azan time.
Yeah, that's true.
And how many navigators, if you are 2 or 3, one of you will go and pray, the other continue driving, sitting in the driving seat. Same thing also applies to people who are manning security posts. You understand? There are instances where you may not be easy, it may be difficult, very, very difficult for you to leave the post and go. But then, because there are people with you, those of us who can go and let them go and pray when they hold the fort for others, and they will just go and pray. So, but the best solution is this: keep in mind always, continuously, that prayer is mandatory. You have to do it, and you have to do it within the time.
Just during Ramadan.
Exactly. It's not only during Ramadan, and the same thing also applies to all the commandments, prohibitions. If we say telling lies haram, it's haram. Whether within, during, after Ramadan. If we say adultery for the cause it's haram. Whether during Ramadan or after Ramadan or before Ramadan. If we say drinking alcohol is haram. Whether during, within, or after or before Ramadan. Whatever is being labeled as haram is haram. Whether you are in Ramadan or out of Ramadan, whether Ramadan is approved, is far gone, or whatever is being labeled as mandatory is mandatory. And it is very important for Muslims to understand this. Allahu Alam.
In addition to prayer, also people perform optional prayers or nafila, which of course is also a good thing. There is a hadith which is said to be narrated by Salman Farisi, may Allah be pleased with him, who says that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, I could perform optional prayers. It was the habit of righteous people before you. It will bring you nearer to your Lord, atone your bad deeds, and prevent you from doing bad deeds, and drive away diseases from your bodies. Based on the authenticity of this hadith also, can you also enumerate on optional prayers? Because some people think that once Ramadan is over, that's it. That's the end of nafila. No more optional prayers. Some of the jolas and the fullers.
It's very good also. Another very important issue you are raising, Aisha. You know, the ulama of Sharia, in fact, some of them have gone to the extent of saying that it is haram or it is prohibited to undermine them, the non-obligatory prayers. Because if you neglect non-obligatory prayers, then a tendency will develop in you which will lead you to neglecting obligatory prayers. And the more serious you are about the non-obligatory prayers, then that means that you will be more serious about the obligatory prayers. And that is why the ulama of Islam are not in any way in favor of undermining them. So everybody therefore is highly recommended to be doing as many of them as possible. Whether it is before Zuhr, like the way that the ulama al-Malikiyya, for instance, dealing with this. Begin with Zuhr, let's say by 1:30 is Zuhr time. Before Zuhr you can pray as many as you can. After Zuhr you can pray as many as you can. Before Asr you can pray as many as you can. But they will tell you after Asr, it's not recommendable to pray nafila after Asr. Up to Maghrib time. And after Maghrib, immediately after Maghrib, you can pray as many as you can. After Isha or before Isha, you can pray as many as you can. During the night, you can pray as many as you can. In fact, praying overnight is what is referred to as tahajjud. وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً Quran says. So tahajjud is what is being highly recommended by